Mr. Donadoni.
Good afternoon, and I wanted to take a moment to thank Ms. Caballero for inviting Citibank to be a part of this presentation. We're certainly excited to be here. And on a side note, our CEO, when he was invited to speak here at Capitol Hill, made it seem like it was a really stressful thing to speak here. But you seem like a much more a warmer, more welcoming group than he had the opportunity to speak in front of. So we'll take that as a sign of your strength. When Ms. Caballero asked me to talk about credit, it's a whole host of things that sort of opens up, especially when it comes to small businesses. So I just want to speak about a couple of items, and I think the real value of this session will be through the other speakers as well as through the question and answer. Before I go into a couple of remarks I wanted to sort of set the tone for, I want to introduce two of my key colleagues who I will certainly be calling upon as you have questions. One is one of the members of our relationship banking team here in Washington, D.C., Ms. Danitha Woods, if you want to just wave. And then the real brain power of this operation, as well as probably the good looks and charm, right, is the Director of Business Banking for Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, Ms. Jane Navaria. Jane? So the first thing when you're talking about credit from a few different perspectives, from a large bank perspective, which I guess is what Citigroup would represent, there's a couple things. One is the strength of the institution which you're relying upon. Citibank certainly hasn't been a pillar of strength over the past few years through the credit crunch of 2008. We all know where that brought us. We're proud to say right now that I can stand before you that I represent a firm that is financially strong and is eager to use that financial strength to give back to the community. Quite frankly, when I talk to groups and I mention that I'm from Citibank, there's a time when we would have to say, I'm from Citibank. I'm proud now to say that the times have changed. I am from Citibank, but we are now in a position to give back to the communities that have helped us and supported us through the difficult times. We have the financial strength. We have $122 billion in Tier 1 capital, which is a huge measure for how a bank is measured in terms of strength. And our Tier 1 capital ratio, for those of you taking notes, is 9.7%, which is among the highest of the large international banks. So we don't have to worry about if we're going to be there tomorrow. At Citibank, we are committed to meeting the needs of our consumer and business customers. Through the crisis, we've uncovered the fact that what Citibank is and does well is we're a commercial bank. So we're getting back to our core strengths, which includes helping our communities. We understand the importance of credit to the consumers and the businesses where we do business. In the metropolitan area, for those of you who are not aware, we have 43 retail bank branches in Maryland, D.C., Virginia. We have 9 dedicated relationship managers like Ms. Woods who are out there helping some of the businesses with their credit needs. We also have a team of small business banking specialists in each one of those 43 branches. We are actively lending to credit-worthy borrowers. And Jane's Group alone is up 25% in its lending over the past year, and that's because we are out there trying to help build the strength of the community. What does Citibank look for? Was the other thing Ms. Caballero wanted me to talk about. We base our lending decisions not on the business, but on the credit risk involved. And I'm going to talk to you about a few different points. Now, although Jane's Group is up 25%, and we're very proud of that, we still have room to grow, and I'm looking for help from you because when we can give you the dollars to help your businesses grow, that helps everybody. The last 2 years have been extraordinarily challenging for the small business owner. And because the banks and the large banks, and this is pretty typical of the larger banks, although I can't speak for their policies, we're very much in line with other banks. We're looking at the credit risk, and that includes the credit scores of the business owners. Large banks are going to look for a personal guarantee from the business owners. There's a lot of reasons for that. However, that's been one of the biggest challenges. I saw a study about a week ago that showed the average credit score and how it's dropped over the past 2 years for the individual. So even though your business itself is recovering and you have plans for future growth, when we are looking to lend, quite frankly, your personal credit score is going to have an impact on that.